After the chamber sealed, the mountain became whole again. Atheron-9 returned to silence as if nothing had ever awakened. The ridge stood empty now, no watchers beneath the red horizon. The mountain showed no movement, no light, no sign of activity. But beneath the surface, something faint still shimmered. A soft pulse moved through the rock, steady and deliberate. It was not loud, not demanding attention. It carried no threat, no signal of hostility. It was simply alive. Inside Colony Alpha, the team begins reviewing everything recorded during contact. Every signal wave is mapped and reconstructed in precise detail. Energy surges are analyzed frame by frame. The molecular projection is studied again, its geometry still defying explanation. Even the star coordinates are cross-referenced against known galactic data. The data confirms something we were never meant to find. The mountain structure was not constructed. It was grown, layer by living layer. Its material was not stone. It was not metal either. It was bio-crystalline matter. Living material fused seamlessly with planetary geology. Atheron-9 was not hosting life. Atheron-9 itself was alive. Deep orbital scans pushed beyond the surface, searching for anomalies beneath the crust. And then something appeared. Not random, not geological. Faint blue lines, stretching across distant mountain ranges. They weren't cracks. They weren't faults. They resembled pathways. Intersections flashed rhythmically, like synapses firing across a brain. The chamber we opened was not a structure. It wasn't built. It wasn't constructed. It was a node, a junction in something far larger. And it wasn't alone. Atheron-9 was threaded together by a planetary network. Not infrastructure, not machinery. Consciousness. Slow, deliberate, measured, ancient beyond comprehension. Older than our civilizations. And now, it was watching back. Something else began happening. Not dramatic, not violent, subtle. Our power grid stopped fluctuating, not because we fixed them, but because something else did. Solar output increased. Panels aligned with impossible precision. Energy loss dropped to near zero. Water extraction rates improved overnight. Flow patterns optimized. Filtration stabilized. Structural stress across the colony decreased. Microfractures sealed. Pressure equalized. It wasn't disrupting our systems. It wasn't testing our defenses. It was optimizing around us. The planetary network adjusted its energy flows, rerouting, compensating. It studied our infrastructure, our materials, our rhythms. It mapped movement patterns, power cycles, human behavior. Atheron-9 was not rejecting the colony. It was studying coexistence. The molecular hologram from episode 4 wasn't symbolic. It was biological. The structure resembled DNA, a double helix, ordered, precise, but it wasn't carbon-based. There were no organic compounds, no cellular matter. The strands were composed of pure energy.
Stable, self-sustaining.
It was light-based life, instead of atoms. A biology built from luminous structures. This species, if we can even call it that, does not walk the planet, does not breathe its air, does not inhabit its surface. It is the planet. The figures on the ridge were not independent beings. They were avatars, temporary biological projections. It was a localized interface, a single point of communication. The shadow in the chamber was not a leader. We weren't speaking to individuals. We were speaking to a world. While analyzing the deeper layers of the transmission, we found something else. A second pattern, hidden beneath the first. It wasn't random data. It was a repeating visual sequence. A star, slowly losing its light. A system destabilizing. Planets pulled apart. Orbits breaking. The coordinates we saw earlier were not just points in space. They were a memory. Their original star system was their home, and that system died. Atheron-9 is not their birthplace. It is their refuge. They are survivors, just like us. The camera shifted to a distant hologram of Earth, then to Atheron-9. Two species, two worlds, both expanding beyond their origins, both searching for stability, for survival, for meaning, both running from extinction. The planetary intelligence did not send a threat. It sent a warning. Stars die, Civilizations vanish. They evolve together. For the first time in history, survival may not depend on conquest, but cooperation. Without warning, a mountain on the opposite side of the planet began to glow. Then another, then another. From orbit, the pattern became clear. Multiple nodes activating across the planet. It wasn't random. It wasn't chaos. It was deliberate. Atheron-9 was preparing, not against us, but with us in mind. The planetary intelligence was awakening fully, and for the first time, not just a world alive on its own, but a world alive because of us. This awakening was not a threat. It was an invitation to coexist, to evolve. Together, inside the hologram, the symbols returned. Coexist, adapt, expand. But this time, the pattern shifted. A fourth symbol emerged. Connect, not a surrender, not dominance. It was an offer, a planetary alliance. For the first time in history, a world did not ask to conquer us. It asked to join us. The team stood in silence. Outside, the mountain pulsed gently. The sky above Atheron-9 glowed faint blue along the horizon. We came here to build a colony, but we may have discovered something far greater. A civilization without ships, without war, without cities. And now, a world that wants to grow with us. The next move is ours.